lot of first-time home owners, home
Yes.
buyers. What's the proper thing to say?
Home buyers.
Okay, home buyers.
Homeowner, either way.
What would you tell someone like they need to know before they try to buy a home?
Well, before you try and buy a home, well, it's really important that you make sure that you have your stuff together. And especially in this market is so competitive, it makes no sense to just jump out here, find a home, and then try and figure out how you're gonna purchase it after you find it. Because I'm telling you,
It'll be gone.
you barely got 48 hours to get your stuff together and get your offer sent in. Yeah, it's a really fast-paced market. But what I would say is it's really important as a first-time home buyer, or just a buyer in general, you gotta know where you stand with your credit. Because if your credit ain't right,
Can't get nothing.
you're not doing nothing. Also, definitely make sure you save your money.
Okay.
I usually tell people save at least 7% for your down payment and your closing costs. Because in this market, you know, a few years ago, we might have been able to have the seller provide some closing costs, some money towards your closing costs.
Now,
In this market, that's not happening.
Yeah.
If anything, you need to, I say bring the 7%, but really, a lot of people that are winning some of these multiple offers, they're bringing additional cash
yeah.
to, you know, make up for appraisal gaps and stuff like that. It's
Competitive. Is that just here in Atlanta, or is that like everywhere right now?
honestly, I'm hearing that in a lot of places.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that in a lot of places. A lot of different markets are seeing the same tight inventory that we're seeing.
Yeah, so this is like a seller's market.
Definitely.
That means they got the upper hand. You need to play by their rules right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yep, yep.
Because there's so many people moving here, it's still like tens of thousands of people that move to Atlanta in a month. Like,
Yeah.
people are flocking here still, so where they gonna live? I guess that's what makes it competitive.
Yeah, and that's what's really, you know, has been making these prices go up for both buying and renting, because yeah, the rental market,
rent.
that's a whole nother story when people calling me about this rent.
Segment, the rent.
The rent almost as bad as purchasing, but
It is.
I'm gonna be
Like,
real.
it's paying higher than a mortgage for like a one-bedroom apartment. I was
Yeah.
looking to move like in the last year, and I was just like stressed because I'm like, and what's happening? Like, is it just me? Because nobody was saying
Yeah.
nothing about this. It's like last year, August, September.
Yeah.
I'm like, do they see this? Like, 2,000 for a studio? I don't even
Right.
have walls in here. Like,
Right.
like
It's like almost New York prices.
Right, apartments right here. It was crazy, but I guess that's just where we at. Everything's high.
Yeah.
Okay, so credit. Gotta have your credit together. What else?
Gotta save your money.
Gotta save your money.
And really just make sure that you have your income stuff together. Make sure you file your last 2 years' tax returns. If you're, you know, W-2 employee, make sure which you should already have your pay statements together. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. Credit, make sure you're saving money, and make sure you have your verification of income available already. Yeah.
Is this true? If you're looking to buy a home or you're in the process of buying a home, you shouldn't switch jobs at that time.
Yeah, it's best to not switch jobs. I mean, if you switch jobs, I mean, it really just depends. I mean, if you end up switching jobs and it's within the same industry, then, you know, that may be okay. But it's best when you're in the process of purchasing a home, it's best to just leave everything where it is. Don't go start taking out a whole bunch of credit cards. Don't just, or at least before you do all that stuff, you gotta be connected with a great lender who will, you know, advise you on what to do, because everybody's situation is different. So I can't just say like,
Everything's cookie cutter, but
Yeah.
there are some things to
yeah.
avoid.
And when you get with a great lender too, you know, you can get creative. So
Yeah.
I got some really great lenders
Yes,
too.
windows in the back. I can
Yeah,
tell.
yeah. You know, I work with the best, of course.
So, okay, you told me that you got into realty. It kind of pulled you.
Yeah.
Do you remember when things kind of shifted? You say there was a time where you were just like, I want more. Like,
Yeah.
did anything specifically prompt that? Like, I want more for myself. Like, what kind of clicked where you could have more?
You know, I'm gonna be real. So when I got into real estate, I was actually still working my other job and traveling for, I don't know, I wanna say at least, I don't know, maybe about a year-ish. Because I mean, quite honestly, real estate is all commission. I don't know, people always think, I don't know how people think we're paid, but honestly, you eat what you kill. So
Yep.
if I don't sell a house, I'm not making no money. So that really, the thought of that really scared me at first. I was like, you mean to tell me I'm out here working so hard for a month and I might not make no money? But
Yeah.
So, that really scared me at first, but quite honestly, really what happened was I really wasn't happy anymore with my last job. So I know I wanted to get some other job and started doing real estate. It was kind of slow at first because I was still, trying to learn and just really figure everything out. But the turning point really came because I started getting a lot of clients, and some of my clients were, living out of town, and it always seemed like whenever I had to go out of town to work, that was when they were coming in town. And it really, at the time, it was easy for me to, find an agent in the office to, help my clients, show them homes while I was gone. But after some time, of course, I needed to compensate them for their time. And I realized, I was like, well, the money I'm paying them to show my clients when I'm out of town is basically what I'm making over here. Like, I'm like,
I'm just working to pay them to do what I can.
It wasn't making any sense. So really, I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I knew I was looking for some sort of financial freedom. So I was like, you know what? I'm ready to bet on myself. Like, I know I'm not happy here, and I'm like, I gotta change something. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be stuck here forever.
Yeah.
So I remember I ended up giving my 2 weeks notice or 3 weeks notice. I gave them plenty of notice, basically, because I knew I was out. And I think it was November 2018, I want to say. That's when I worked my last auto show, and it was real estate from there on out. And it was up and it was stuck, girl, because I'm telling you, I've never looked back. And it's so crazy. I wish I would have did it, sooner. But everything happens in divine time. Yeah. So.
My mom says the same thing. My mom's a realtor. My mom's a realtor who wants a baby realtor out of me. Let me just. But she says the same thing. Like, I wish I would have gotten to this sooner.
Yeah.
Like, where has this been all my life?
Yeah.
But like you said, divine timing. Okay,
Yes.
so what is the most challenging part about being a realtor for you?
For me, I'd have to say, really, honestly, learning how to manage my time. And not just, manage the time, but it's also because as a realtor, especially as a new realtor, you wear so many hats.
Yeah.
Like, people don't realize it's not just about, selling a house or going to open a door. It's the negotiating, it's the writing the contract, it's the being the marketing person, the accountant. Then for your clients, you got to be like their therapist, everything. You're everything. Sometimes I'm the babysitter when we're looking at homes, So that's the biggest thing for me, or I guess it was the most challenging thing for me when I first got into real estate, is being able to wear so many different hats and knowing when to take which ones off. And then with that, being able to manage my time, because it's so easy to be work, and then you completely neglect your personal life. So that's one thing that I've had to start working on, is my work-life balance.
Time. Oh, baby,
really?
You put it on the calendar.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, see, but that's one thing I've had to learn, because otherwise, I always say, if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm going to forget.
Talk.
I'm going to be real.
My mom is that way. I'm like, you're not going to pencil me in, Miss Cochran. I am your child.
And I feel so bad. I feel so bad when I do my friends like that, but I'm like, it's,
It is what it is. Like,
it is.
Spend this time.
Yeah.
This is your block.
Yeah.
I respect it. Whenever we have something, you like, no, what time is it now? I said, she put it on her calendar.
Yep. You already know. Like, I need the time. I need the address. Okay, we locked in. I'll see it. And I'm going to be on time. Know that. I will.
Be on time. I appreciate that. You respect time, though.
Yes.
That's what time management is. I figured out, is respecting time. I've been trying to respect time more because we don't know how much we got, And
right.
Dealing with somebody else's, I don't know how much you got. So I don't want to disrespect your time by being late. I never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
But when I looked at being late as disrespecting other people's time,
yeah.
I'm like, let me be on time. Let me try. I've been trying. All 22, I've been right there. Like 5 minutes is like the latest I've been really trying.
Well, you know what? Hey.
I'm trying for it.
Hey, that's all good. As long as you're trying to do better.
So if that's the most challenging, then what's the best part of being a realtor?
I feel like there's a lot of perks of being a realtor. I'd have to say, well, at the same time, just the flexibility. Well, I don't know, so many things. But yeah, the flexibility, like how I'm able to really, actually, that is what I really like, now that I think about it, is the flexibility. Because I know when I was working my other jobs, or just any job I've ever worked before, one thing that really did not like for me was when my employers always told me like, oh, you have to be here from this time to this time. You can only take a 30-minute lunch break, like, or just everything. Like, I don't, it's not that I have an issue with authority or anything like that, I don't think, but I just don't,
You're more free.
yeah, I like to be a bird. I just like to be free. I just like to kind of go with the flow. So when I have somebody always like, you got to do it this way and do this and this, I don't really like that. So what I like about real estate is, but that comes with a lot of discipline. You need a lot of discipline too, because you could easily be out here thinking you selling real estate and doing big things, and you out here having fun all day and not selling anything. So, but I like the flexibility. I'm able to, you know, start my day when I want to. I mean, really, as long as I'm there for my clients and do what I need to do throughout the day. How I work my schedule is.
That does take discipline, because some
Yeah.
people don't operate well. If there's nobody telling them, do this at this time, be here,
Yeah.
do this, they're not going to do nothing.
And I'm not gonna say I got it all together yet. Like it's a every day, every week, every month, whatever. It's still it's a learning process.
Yeah,
So
but you're pulling through. You're doing real well.
thank you.
Okay, so what's the biggest sacrifice you had to make in order to get where you are in real estate?
Definitely like my social life.
Everybody says